She was born first, yet left behind. Why one princess will be queen and the other loses her throne to her brother. Two small girls were born into royalty in two different parts of the world, Europe and Asia. Both were the firstborn daughters of kings. Both entered the world with joy and hope. However, while one is prepared to rule an entire nation, the other is gently pushed aside by centuries-old rules that do not appear to change. Princess Leonor of Spain and Princess Aiko of Japan were both born into palaces, traditions, and history. Nonetheless, their journeys could not be more different. And the reason? Just one word: gender. Princess Leonor's birth on October 31, 2005, was a remarkable occasion. Her father, Felipe, wasn't yet king, but he was already planning forward. Traditionally, Spain's monarchy was based on the male-first rule, which meant that if the royal couple had a son, he would inherit the throne even if his sister was older. The Spanish constitution still favors male heirs. But because Felipe had no sons, he made it clear that Leonor would be his successor. Leonor has been in the public eye since she was very little. While other kids were learning who they are, she was being prepared to govern a country. She gave her first speech at the age of 13, and her face was soon featured on Spanish coins. That moment conveyed everything. Spain saw her as the future. Moreover, Leonor possesses the highest ceremonial military title in the land. She is the honorary commander-in-chief of the Spanish armed forces. Imagine if before she was 18, she was already in full uniform at military events, learning leadership and responsibility the hard way. She's not only performing the role of a princess, she's preparing to be queen. Across the globe, in Japan, Princess Aiko's story began with the same joy, but the path ahead of her looked quite different. Emperor Naohito and Empress Masako's only child, Aiko, was born on December 1, 2001. Many people hoped she would become the Empress of Japan when she was born. But those aspirations faded swiftly. Japan's imperial law is clear: only men can sit on the chrysanthemum throne. Her father secretly supported efforts to modify the rule. At one point, the Japanese government seriously considered permitting women to inherit the monarchy. The public overwhelmingly supported Aiko. People liked her, admired her intelligence, and saw no reason why she couldn't lead. But politics, and old traditions, got in the way. The initiative to amend the law faded out, and Aiko's name was removed from the line of succession. She carried on gracefully. Aiko finished her education and recently started working in the public sector. But one aspect drew people's attention: her reported pay. According to local accounts, the little princess makes only around $1,000 each month. For someone born into the world's oldest royal family, that amount seemed shockingly small. It served as a reminder that, without the right to lead, her contribution to the royal family is limited, at least in the eyes of the system. Meanwhile, her younger cousin, Prince Hisahito, is regarded as the future of the Japanese monarchy. He is the only male heir in his generation. Aiko was born years ago and has served her country with quiet dignity, but she will never wear the crown. She will not receive the same level of support or recognition simply due to an outdated rule. The contrast between Leonor and Aiko's futures reveals much about how two countries have tackled change. Spain decided to continue forward. While the legal details have not been entirely resolved, the idea of equality has been embraced. Leonor was given the opportunity to lead, and the country has supported her. Japan, on the other hand, has maintained an age-old custom. The chrysanthemum throne is proud of its 2,000-year history. Many people believe that permitting a woman to lead will end the unbroken succession of male emperors. However, that decision has come at a cost. There are few heirs remaining, and the monarchy's future is uncertain. Leonor and Aiko have matured into lovely young women. Both are intelligent, committed, and respected. But just one person is permitted to step forward. Only one person is being trained as a national leader. The other has been informed, gently but firmly, that her fate is elsewhere. Their stories aren't only about royalty. They show how deeply gender still shapes opportunity, even in the world's most honored families. Princess Leonor shows what happens when change is embraced. Princess Aiko shows the quiet strength it takes to live under a rule that won't bend. Both were born to lead, one walks toward her crown, the other stands with grace as the throne remains out of reach. Their stories remind us that real progress isn't just about tradition, but about fairness and the courage to create new paths.